Afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Thfc Till I Die, your home of Tottenham past, present, and exciting future under Ange, Mr. Postecoglou. Mr. Ange Postecoglou, I should say, as he takes Tottenham to glory and the other team struggling away. Afternoon. Hope you're doing well on this wet, windy, stormy here in the southeast of Ireland. Hope you're all safe. Hope you're all keeping well, and hope you all, if it is windy wherever you are, just be safe out there. Drive only if you have to. Go out only if you have to. Stay in, put the fire on, and join us today because we have a double show for you. Later, we've got Chelsea versus Middlesbrough, the second leg of the League Cup semi-final. Can Middlesbrough beat Chelsea? Can they put Poch out of a job? Can Michael Carrick, ex-Tottenham player, get one over and against the agent, that is Agent Poch? Can he bring down Chelsea further into a relegation drama? But who knows? Who knows? But anyway, how are you guys this afternoon? I hope you're doing well. As you can see, I am solo. Philip is getting ready for his holidays tomorrow, but don't worry, he is back tonight with a watch along. He is back with me at 7:45. Let's see who's in the house before we get on with a bit of news today. We have Dan Davenport. Good. No worries, Dermo, because that's when I said I was going to be a little bit late, by the way. So big up, Dan. Thank you very much for your understanding as well, and everyone as well. Big up, Dermot and Phil. Big up, Dan. I'm sure I will pass it on to Phil for you, Dan. I will do that later, but join us later and you can say it to him then. We've got Paul Jones. Big up, Paul. I love your picture, Paul. Fuck me. You look, I love your tattoo, by the way. Let us know what design of a tattoo that is. That looks really nice for what I can see of it. Really nice, actually. Big Ann to Nithan Passard. Big up Nithan, my favourite people. The back, that's very kind of you to say, Nithan. Absolutely lovely. I hope you're doing well and I hope it's nice. In India, we've got DJ Samuel, who I love his logo picture of Bart Simpson having a special cigarette. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. And then we got Coys with 2 pints of lager and the Shamrock as well. Big up for that, DJ. Carl, good afternoon, everyone. Dermo in the house. Yeah, Dermo is in the house, Mr. Simpson. Hope you're doing well. Also, we've got F from the Full-Time Sports Network, the one and only Mr. Colin, Manchester United. Afternoon, all he says, afternoon, Colin. I hope you're doing well, sir. And yeah, look, they are our partners channel. We are in connection with the Full-Time Sports Network. So everyone, please get over there and get over and smash a like to them. We want to reach 2K. We're only, I think, 250 away from 2K. I can see it. I can touch 2K. It's in the distance. I can just touch it. I have to I just touch 2K. Just make me see 2K before the 5th of February, please. I would love to get there and also get the Full-Time Sports Network up to 1,000 as well, if you can, guys. It really would appreciate us. I mean, they're a great partner channel to have. Bobby, Colin, the two nicest, likable Man United and Arsenal fan you'll ever wish to meet. They really are good lads, and I've got a lot of time for the pair of them. So big up to you guys as well. But everyone get over there as well. We've got Mr. Wembley, one where Spurs are heading towards in this FA Cup. It says, afternoon, everyone. Afternoon, Mr. Wembley. We've got Matthew. Big up my comrade, Dermot. Big up, Matthew. Yes, the Cold War has restarted. We've got Dan Davenport. Hey, Dermot. He says, I will be back for the watch along later as well. Big up, Dan. Your support is always appreciated. DJ says, Bart smoking with. I know it is. I didn't know if I could say that on YouTube. But yeah, big up, Bart. I like Bart smoking a bit of wacky backy. Why not? Bless him. Or does he give any to Homer? That's what I want to know. Paul Jones, thanks for your kind words. It's mainly Jesus and other religious stuff. Well, it looks really cool, man. Actually, really does. Really does. Big up to you, Paul. I got Carl. I'm allowed some of what Bart is smoking. We have the same surname after all. Absolutely, Carl. You and me and Bart in a room together. That would be hilarious. You and me coming on stoned. What do you reckon, Carl? Should we do it for the crack? Big up to Terry White. Says, big up, Dermot and everyone in the chat. Can't wait for the game. Petro FC is going down. Yeah, they are. They are going down. Colin says, stop it. You're making me blush. Sorry, Colin. But yeah, just say nice words about it. Get you a few subs over there. You do a lot of work for us actually behind the scenes as well. And I need to have a word with you after the stream as well. I have a brain bar storming of an idea for you. Now, where is our leader, Barney? Barney the dinosaur. Well, last I heard, he was in Manchester trying to join Man United, but they won't take him. So as far as I know, he's on a bus at the moment, going over to Man City. Well, he says he's bringing a lot of sponsorship money for them. So they may take him. So Barney the dinosaur may be the new mascot for Man City. Who knows? Colin saying, Bart smoking some broccoli and few cigarettes. Oh, dear. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yep. New show that is high with the Carl. Oh, that is so true. I love you guys. You're so funny. Yeah, that could be a good one. Get a few of us on that one, Carl. Sitting there with dark sunglasses as high as kites. Yeah. Imagine if we did it smoking mushrooms as well. Anyway, guys, we've got a bit of news. And we've got Matthew. So Barney's invading Manchester with his fellow dinosaurs. Yep. He's trying to see if he can become the new mascot of Man City. He's got fed up with West Ham. He really did. He just kept getting lost to going to London Stadium. He just didn't know where it was. So he's trying a new team. So let's see how that goes. Barney the blue dinosaur. Anyway, and we've got Carl Simpson past the joint live stream. Yeah, that would be a good one, wouldn't it? Yeah, pass me that, would you please, Carl? Have our own specific ones. Anyway, big up. Anyone just joining this thing, Carl was ahead of the THFC Till I Die cartel of Jaffa Cakes. Anyway, I've got a bit of news for you today, guys. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with Man United and Chelsea and build into Tottenham because there's only one bit of news from Spurs. But the bit of news that came out of Old Trafford was Man United's summer budget could be 300 million if what they have planned works out as they expect. Look, I'm gonna say something here about Man United. Look, I think they'll have to offload players. I think as well. I think there's a lot of players that United need to be offloaded. The likes of Harry Maguire and co. Be interesting what Columns actually would say to this. How many players do you expect Man United to get rid of in the summer column? Look, if Ten Hag's there, I think there could be a massive overhaul. But I have a feeling he won't be there. Now, who do you bring in? That's the next question. At Old Trafford. And look, Poch was quoted for that job. Mourinho, I don't think will go back there. I think Mourinho probably either head to Saudi Arabia or he might go back to Chelsea. That's my feeling. He may go back there if Chelsea were to offer him a good enough deal. But Man United could be a force next season. But it all depends on the Glazers. It all depends if Sir Jim Ratcliffe can put the money in. And it all depends if they sell the players, because there's no point getting a new manager and the same players letting that same manager again. It's just rinse and repeat. So for me, I look, as much as 300 million is a lot of money, I don't think there's a lot of money in football these days. I don't think 300 million would get you a lot. Because transfers now, going over 100 million for a decent player, 200 million. So I don't know. Man United have turned down AC Milan's Inter Milan's offer to swap Arne Wan-Bissaka with Netherlands fullback Denzel Dumfries. I would have gone for that personally. I think Dumfries is a very good player, and I think he'd do well at United. But let me know again, Colin, what you think. I don't know. United have a massive rebuilding job to do on and off the pitch to get them anywhere near where they were before. And I think it's going to take you a good 5, 6, 7 years before you get back to anywhere you were near under Sir Alex Ferguson. Chelsea have no intention of selling England defender Levy Colwell this month, despite interest from Liverpool. Well, Chelsea do have to sell because of FFP, so we have to wait and see. We'll have to see what happens there. Let's go back to the chat, see what a few of you have to say. So let me move that to there. Matthew saying Levy better spend money too. If United also spend over 300 million. Yeah, look, 300 million ain't going to get you a lot in this sort of current transfer market. It really isn't. You look at some of the transfers now. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. A decent player will cost you 100, 150, 160 million. That's half your budget gone just on one player. So I really do think United will have to sell as well to add to that budget. But personally, I think United should have started with their infrastructure. They need to fix Old Trafford. There's no point having the best team in the world but having a crappy stadium that's falling around your ear holes. It just doesn't make any sense. So I think the main priority should be fixing Old Trafford, making that stadium better than what it is. That stadium was the beacon of football for years and years and years as a kid growing up. It was Old Trafford was one with 50,000 or 60,000. And you look at other clubs now have overtaken them. Tottenham have, Man City have with the Etihad, and even clubs like Southampton with St. Mary's, and there's other stadiums that are far better quality and far better stadiums than Old Trafford is. Old Trafford is probably one of the worst stadiums in the Premier League. And that's not been disrespectful for you, Colin. You know that as well. You've been there. There's leaks in the roof. There's bits of stadium falling down. And I think if the Glazers or Jim Ratcliffe want to do anything, I think they have to start rebuilding Old Trafford. Now, does that mean knocking Old Trafford down and starting again? Probably not. Probably. Depends how far gone Old Trafford is structurally. But for me, I think they have to start on that, and we'll start with your infrastructure. Look, we'll see what happens anyway. But that's just my opinion. I mean, Old Trafford needs working on first before you start buying him, making a decent team. We've got Colin. Well, a minimum of 6: Maguire, McTominay, Greenwood, Casemiro, Varane, Lindelof. All top of my head. Yeah, I think that's 6. I think them 6 would be a top of anyone's list to go. But where would they go though, Colin? Who will buy them? I can see Maguire. Where will Maguire go? McTominay. I think he's a decent player, but not probably to Man United standards. Greenwood, I think he's a troublemaker, but there was talk of him. Tottenham are interested in him. Let's see what happens in the summer. Casemiro, I would have a Tottenham all day long, to be fair. Varane, Lindelof, again, I think lower league, Premier League, not top 6 Premier League sides myself. We've got Dan Davenport. Man United are targeting Brighton manager D Zebra, according to some report rumors. Well, I am looking into this. I am trying to find out who United are after. You can look. United had the same problem after Ferguson left, after Mosby left. They went out on the decline to back to 92, 93 when they first won the league championship again, and they only won the odd FA Cup in between that. So I think they're going through again the same period of they've lost their identity. Then they don't know who they are, and that down to the Glazers? Yes. Is that down to picking bad managers over the years? Yes. Is that down to the club being mismanaged? Yes. My personal view. You look at the likes of Brighton, you look at the likes of other clubs that have come out of nowhere. I'm really doing it in a different way. Brighton is the model to follow, and Tottenham have followed that model this season. But if you look at Tottenham as well, we have a stadium that can be multi-used for other events, which it brings the revenue in. And I think clubs have to start to look for extra revenue. And I think Tottenham is the model to follow. I think Tottenham is the way to do it. And I think if any club wants to start to compete at the Premier League now, if you don't have oil money, you've got to find other ways of getting in money in to your stadium. And I think Tottenham, as much some fans don't agree with it, I think it's a sensible idea. We're not a Man City with oil money or a state behind us, or Newcastle or like Chelsea. They've do you know what I mean? They're the clubs that have got endless of money coming into the club. We don't. And I just feel that Tottenham is the way to go. And I think Daniel Levy, for his faults or his good points or his bad points, has now got us into a situation where we are financially stable the first time in a long time at Tottenham, where we know we're well within FFP. We know that we're building a decent young side under Ange that will go places. And if you look at the likes of a Man United, or if you say Man City, for example, if their owners were to pull out, where would that end up Man City? In a hell of a lot of debt, and probably all their best players leaving. So look, for me, I think Tottenham is doing the right thing. Tottenham will be the new force in the future. Maybe not this season, but definitely next season. And it also depends what we do in the rest of this winter and what we do next summer. That is the important thing for me. That is the important icing on the cake for me, is what we do next summer. Ange said it will always take 3 windows. This is his second window. What he does in the summer, what Levy backs him with in the summer is so important. And also it's about getting the players out. We've got most of the deadwood out now. Can we get the rest of them out and get younger, hungry players in that want to play for us, that want to play for Ange? And Ange is something that players they fall under his spell and they want to give all. And it's something all great managers have. You look back at Ferguson, you look back at Bob Paisley, you look back at Joe Fagan, you look back at Brian Clough. These are managers that players will run through a brick wall for. And we have that as Tottenham. The likes of Manchester United don't have that. They don't have that manager that them players will run through a brick wall through. I just see it. I just see Tottenham is going to become a force in the next couple of seasons. I really do. I really, really do. In the starting this season, we could win the FA Cup. We beat Man City. I think we'll go all the way to Wembley. I really do. Big up to them. We've got Carl with Chelsea not selling Levy Colwell means we're still in for Conor Gallagher. I've been saying that for a long time, Carl. I wouldn't rule this deal out. I have a funny feeling. This is my own gut instinct, though. Not what I've heard. So don't take this as guaranteed, but what my gut feeling is telling me, and for what I have heard a couple of weeks ago, is that this could be done as a loan to buy. That it could be a loan deal in January and pay for him in the summer. And I think if we can get that done, yeah, I think that'd be a great winter for us. Colin says United have turned down because Saudis want AWB. I've heard that as well, Colin. And look, do you think he'd be happy to go to Saudi Arabia? All the players are leaving now. All the big names are unhappy over there. It's something to do with the football, with the crowds. We've got Jordan Henderson now moving to Ajax. We've got Steven Gerrard, for some reason, who's lost 15 games in a row, has been rewarded with a 15 million year contract. I mean, that's just, we all know he's there for the money. I mean, you can't tell me that any player or manager worth their salt will go over to Saudi Arabia thinking, right, this is the next step in my career. It's not. It's a joke. It's a joke, and it's a league that's now crumbling around them. And what do? They want to throw more money at it and see if it sticks. Matthew says Dumfries is a really great player. What is United doing? How can you reject that? Exactly, Matthew. I agree with you. West Ham have got Phillips yet. That went through about an hour ago, guys, that West Ham have now got Calvin Phillips on loan from Manchester City for the rest of the season. So let's see how he gets on there. Big up, Dan. We've got Carl Simpson, 6 million loan for Phillips. 6 months max desperation signing. That is ridiculous. It is, Carl. 6 million loan deal. I mean, that is ridiculous. And it showed. Look, I watched West Ham the other night against Bristol. What was it? Bristol City in the FA Cup third round. And they looked short of belief. They looked short of any ideas. David Moyes didn't know what to do on the touchline. The players didn't want to try. It was a cold, windy night up in Bristol, and the players didn't want to do. So some of these players are too pampered. They are really. DJ Samuel, even Everton's new stadium looks better than Old Trafford. Yeah, it does. It does. It's ridiculous, really. If they were going to spend 300 million, they'll be fixing the books. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely spot on to that, Paul. Spot on, Carl. No doubt a desperation sign of West Ham. Yeah, it is. And it shows how West Ham are desperate. That West Ham are not the team everyone thinks they are. There are a bunch of individual players that will crack. They'll go on the losing run, and their fans then again will turn on David Moyes, who I think, to be fair to him, has done a decent job at West Ham. To be fair, as a manager, I think he's done a good job. But them players, they're a shit club anyway. Don't like West Ham. Old Trafford is a shithole now. New stadium needed. Yeah, Colin, what would you do? Would you knock down Old Trafford, or would you try to rebuild what's there? Let me know. We've got Carl Siff and Dzabra. I'm not sure he's got the managerial experience to deal with United. It's a massive job. Yeah. Also, Colin, and anyone in the chat, let me know which manager you think will be the next manager of Man United if Ten Hag goes. Just put it. I'd love to know what you think. Dan saying the zebra needs to go in the zebra crossing. That's a good one. I like that. Levy needs to look at investment for somewhere abroad so Spurs can compete more. I think Daniel Levy's doing a good job at the moment for whatever he's doing. I think there is money there because we didn't spend stupidly where we could have done. I think it's left us in a better place with FFP. Now, I know a few fans are saying FFP, we're good for FFP. Yippee, doesn't bring a trophy. But it does in a way, because in the long run, it will bring you success. There's no point in having a club and you in debt and FFP and you can't buy anyone in the transfer window. You have to sell your best players. Okay, we sold Harry Kane in the summer. And okay, we lost Kane, but it hasn't hurt us to the fact where we thought it would. Like a lot of people said we would. A lot of people say, oh, we're going to be in relegation, we're going to be in mid-table, and it hasn't affected us as badly as people thought it would. Yes, do we need a striker? Yes, we do. Do we need somebody to come in and replace Harry Kane? Yes, we do. But we're not going to get that in this window. We'll probably get it in the summer. So I think for the rest of this season, I think Tottenham have to look to replace other places in the team this window and then finish the job off in the summer. That is my thought. I think will happen, Dan. Matthew, I mean, our revenue estimate is over 500 plus million last season. Yeah, the books are out, I think, in the next end of this month, I think, if I'm right. I can't remember. I think it is the end of this month. Haaland is playing, and so is De Bruyne. Don't care. If they play or not play, we're still going to beat them. We've got Constance and Chelsea need to sell one homegrown player to do, and that is going to be Gallagher. That will be Gallagher, and he will be going to Tottenham. Wayne, good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're all well. 6 million for Phillips. Wayne is laughing so hard he's fell on the floor. I'd rather pay 30 to 40 million for Midjoker, who actually, yeah, that's actually a very good shout, Wayne. A very, very good shout. For me, I think he's a better footballer than Phillips altogether. But 6 million for Phillips line, that's just throwing money at it and hoping it sticks. Daniel Lee, big up, Daniel. Hoping you're well. Terry White says City's going to throw everything at us on Friday. I wish we had Sonny and Basuma for the game. If Manderson doesn't play, we could be in for a long evening. Look, I just got this feeling Friday's going to work for us. We're going to beat them at home. We're going to beat them in the FA Cup and go into the 5th round. I can't see us losing. Just got this feeling I can't see us losing. And we've got Carl Simpson, David Moyes has got as much personality as a brick wall. It says something when someone makes Nuno look like a fun guy. Or maybe David Moyes is Nuno's second in command for the Garden Gnomes. Maybe there is a new Garden Gnome out there, Carl. Garden Gnome Nuno and Garden Gnome Moyes. There you go. We've got Matthews. There's a lot of good forwards in Ireland right now. They need a good manager, I think. And then general guy can win Euros. I'm not kidding. Look, at the moment, our governing body over here is a joke. An absolute fucking joke. It's taken us months and months. We all know the under-21 coach in England's been linked with the job. So, look... I just want somebody to come in that will do the job for us. That will come in and put pride back into the Ireland shirt again. We lost that under Stephen Kenny. We had no pride in our playing. We had no identity. We had no way of... Players were turning up just for the sake of turning up under Stephen Kenny. And it was dreadful to watch. I'd rather go out and sit in the middle of a hurricane and a tornado and go around that than watch Stephen Kenny's Ireland anymore. It was that desperate. I mean, it put me to sleep one game. I was watching it one game and I literally fell asleep. I missed all of the first half. That's how exciting Stephen Kenny's football was. I mean, even so, my missus who doesn't like football said it was a heap of shite. Believe me, it was. So I want somebody to come in that has a bit of Mick McCarthy spirit and a bit of Big Jack Charlton spirit. We're never going to find another Jack Charlton. Of course we're not. But we need somebody to come in that believes in our nation, that believes in our team, that believes in our philosophy of playing football the right way. And we've got a lot of good young talent now coming through. We need somebody to harness that talent and push it in the right direction. We should be qualifying for tournaments. If we want to call ourselves a big nation in the world of soccer, we have to qualify for tournaments. Not lose to the likes of fucking Azerbaijan and fucking struggling against Qatar. A couple of years ago, we were beating Germany 1-0 in the Aviva to qualify for European Championships under Martin O'Neill. Do you know, I can remember a time England couldn't beat us for 33 years. And then it took a dopey manager. No disrespect to England with Gareth Southgate. I know he's done great, but I know that a lot of England fans complain about him. Against another dopey manager, who I won't say sorry for calling him dope because he was. And you beat us. Irish soccer will always be a third-rate sport in this country behind rugby and GAA. And we've got a governing body that is so, corrupt in its dealings, in its the way it uses the money that's given from the government. The government don't trust it. So Ireland soccer, though the attendance are up in the League of Ireland, which is brilliant for that. And there is good football being played in the League of Ireland. But we need a manager to come in to showcase our football out of this country. And we need a manager that's going to come in and care. So whoever comes in, I'm giving you one game. I'm giving you 2 games to prove to me you're the man to take us forward. You're the man that's going to make us qualify for a World Cup again, for European Championships. If you don't qualify for that tournament, then you're sacked. And we're paying these managers good money. I think Stephen Kenny was on about 300-400 grand to manage Ireland. And what did he win? 4 or 5 games in his whole tenure. He was a joke. And I remember going to the Ukraine game with Dave, Philip Brady, and Ollie. And within 10 minutes, I turned around to a lot of them and said, I want Kenny out. Within 10 minutes, I wanted that manager out. And I stuck to my guns from the moment of that game to the day he went. I was Kenny out. I'll support my team. I'll support my country. But I want to support a manager. And you can see them players weren't playing for that manager. You don't lose. You cannot go and lose to Azerbaijan or struggle against Qatar. For fuck's sake. Sorry for the rant. There you go. See, Matthew put me on a Stephen Kenny rant, and I just went on a rant. Sorry about that, guys. Carl Simpson, I'm not worried about City. No, neither am I. Big up to Nathan for the super chat. Absolutely, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. It's so kind of you. And he says, to be honest, we don't need any more foreign investment. Maybe finalise the naming rights. Personally, I want it to be the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium or White Hart Lane. Or do we even need naming rights for our stadium? Your opinion? Look, I don't think... I agree with you. We don't need any more foreign investment. I think what we've got going at the club at the moment, we've got the indoor karting track opening next month. So I'm actually going to give that a visit when I'm over there on the 10th, actually. I will do. And I will video that inside there. I don't think we need foreign investment. I think the naming rights would be nice. But I rather, if there is any naming rights, I'd rather it be the Sir Bill Nicholson Stadium, the White Hart Lane, or if it was going to have a name, probably the Nike Stadium or the Nike Arena. I think that has a ring to it. Nike are our club, make our kit, and they do supply all the stuff for our kits and that. So I think the Nike Arena would be a good name, or the Sir Bill Nicholson Stadium for me. That for me would be that for me. For me, it would always, whatever it's called, it will always be White Hart Lane to me. I would never call it anything else but what it was, White Hart Lane. So look, it's down to what happens. But massive thank you so much, Nathan, for the super chat. Really do appreciate it. It's very kind of you. Thank you so much. Onana has been dropped for the AFCON games and been replaced by his cousin. Oh my good lord, poor Onana. Let me know. Let me know, Big T, what he thought of Peter Schmeichel's conversation with Simon Jordan on his podcast. It was a really good podcast, actually. Really enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it. So let me know what you thought about it. He made a good shout about Onana. He's a big supporter of him as well. Daniel Lee, Matthew, they ain't winning the Euros in one lifetime. No, I agree with you. I don't think Ireland will win an international tournament. But I don't. Would it be done in my lifetime? I'm 47 soon. Maybe. We got Dan Davenport. Republic of Ireland should bring back Big Mick. No, I think he's time. Look, I love Mick McCarthy. Loved him as captain of Ireland for our team back in Italian 90, and that he was the mainstay. Euro 88, Italian 90. Took us to the 2002 World Cup, had the bust up with Roy Keane. Look, he came in when we needed interim manager. Excuse me for 1 minute, sorry. Back in 1 minute. Sorry about that. Yeah, for me, no, I think Mick's time is gone. Bless him. But look, great manager for us. Took us to World Cup, so I can't. He's got that. He took us to a World Cup in 2002, and then he had a bust up with Roy Keane, and then all went to shit after that. But never mind. But big up, Mick. To be fair, Ferguson looked like he's gone backwards at Brighton. He needs to go somewhere else. He needs to he keeps getting benched. I think bring him to Tottenham. Bring him to Tottenham. Even Ferguson, come to Tottenham. We won't pay 100 million for you, but come to Tottenham. Daniel Lee Matthews, if Portugal can, then Ireland can as well. It's just Ferguson's magical. We need better players around Ferguson, to be fair, Matthew. But I get what you're saying. Look, nobody expected Greece to win the European Championships, and they did. Nobody expected Denmark to win the 92 European Championships, and they did. Nobody expected Portugal to win it. So, look, it does happen. Nobody expected North or South Korea to get to the 2002 World Cup semi-finals, and they did. So, no, little nations can do well. You look at North Korea back in '66, nearly beating Portugal. You look at South Korea. It was the South Korea that beat Italy in the 2002 World Cup. Look, it can be done, and it can happen. But look, we'll wait and see. But look, if Ireland won a major tournament, I don't think you would see me, Philip, Dave Harris, or any of us for about a month. We'd be on one almighty piss up. Mind you, if Tottenham won the league, we'd be gone for a week or two, to be fair. Matthew says, Mourinho. Now, I tell you one thing. There's one man I would love. We can't afford him. We cannot afford him, but I love Mourinho as Ireland manager. I know that I'm going to get shut down by the other lad, the other Irish lads, Dave and all that. But I'm going to mention it to Philip tonight. I would love, bring that point up tonight, Matthew, actually, for the watching. I would love Mourinho as Ireland manager. I think he would do a job for us. I think Mourinho now, for me personally, is now international manager material. He's not club management anymore. He's management for international. So for me, that's where I think he would be going. Daniel Lee, Matthew, what Portugal are much better than Ireland? I think you meant to say Greece. Yeah, Greece. Yeah, Portugal are better than Ireland, but Portugal are only better because of a few certain players. I mean, we watched them in the World Cup. Me and Philip did. We did a few watch-alongs, and I was very disappointed in Portugal. I really was, but we'll see what happens in the Euros. Daniel, body your country, man. Yeah, well, look, I'm Ireland till I die. Always have been, always will be. Daniel Lee, the 2016 team was way, way worse, man. When Ronaldo and Pepe and Quasamara, rather than all that, all were randoms. Yeah, I know what you mean, Matthew. Daniel Lee, I don't think England will win the Euros. I'm English, so fuck knows. Where's this Ireland winning the Euros hype has come from? Look, I'm delusional, right? I'll admit that. I'm delusional when it comes to Tottenham. I am not that delusional to say Ireland's going to win anything. I just want us to qualify for a second tournament first. Anything else is a bonus. Look, I think for England in this Euros, I think it's your last chance to win anything under Gareth Southgate. And I honestly do believe that. Look, you were unlucky in the 2018 World Cup, the semi-finals. Then you're unlucky in the final. You're unlucky against Italy in the final. Again, you should have won. Look, I think England will be there and thereabouts in the Euros, but I don't think you'll win it. I've picked Germany. Thanks, Carl. You're very kind. Thank you. Thank you. Look, I think you'd be there and thereabouts. I do. But look, I love my country. I love my team. I'll support Ireland to the cows come home. To put on my box, I'll always follow my country. I would love us to qualify for a major tournament. I really would, because I think any tournament without Ireland fans in it is a lesser tournament in my view. But look, we'll have to wait and see what happens. Did I miss a super? No, I didn't know. Get to Tottenham, Tom. Now, Daniel Stalkin, as Germany fan, we've finished on the Matthew. We've got we've got Tottenham, Tom. Big up Tottenham. Bring back Trapattoni. Ha! No. I had enough for Italian managers managing us. Bored me to death. Also lost. Thanks, Dan. Thanks. Yeah. We also lost to Luxembourg. Do you know, you're bringing back Twitches to me now? God. It's called White Hart Lane, says Matthew. Right. Okay, where am I now? Where am I? I'm losing myself again. The Bill Nick Stadium. That's it for me. I'm actually going to do a poll tonight, actually. I'm going to put a few names up. What the new stadium should be called. I'm backing the Bill Nick Stadium for me. I think that man needs recognition for what he done. And then a few stands. The East Stand needs to be called the Arthur Rose Stand. The West Stand needs to be called the Jimmy Greaves Stand. The South Stand should be called the Danny Blanchflower Stand. And the North Stand should be called the Glenn Hoddle Stand for me. We've got with the stadium being the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, it's promoting our club and brand all over the world, and it brings in new fans and money. Yeah, that is very true as well, Paul. Absolutely. I never thought of it that way, and that's me being honest. I didn't think of it that way, and it does make sense. It's great promotional for our club, and this is why we've grown as a club. I think as well on our fan base. We're getting more fans every day come to support us. Daniel said, I don't think England will in my lifetime. You don't know. Where is Phillips? Nathan, we miss him, Mia. We miss Mia. Look, I rang Mia. Mia was busy today because Mia's on tonight, and also she's had a few things in her family to deal with. Philip is actually busy today. He is back with me tonight. So this is why I'm doing it solo. So he will be back. He will be back, Nathan. He will be back. Daniel Lee, did you like Trapattoni? No. Though he did get us to a tournament, grant you, but that was the most boringest football I've watched in my life. Stephen Kenny came a close second to Trapattoni. He was awful. But mind you, I love Martin O'Neill and Roy Keane when they were in charge. I didn't, when we had Mick McCarthy and then we had Steve Staunton, which was a bit of a disaster. Who else do we have in charge? I think we've never really replaced Jack Charlton, to be fair. I don't think we have. Trapattoni's what that was success. He's like 140. Yeah, he is. He's about 180. If Ireland won a tournament for England, you wouldn't see any English fans either because we were behind him for a month. So both countries would literally go into one would be partying so hard, and the other one would just, we ain't going out of the house. We're turning off all the electricity. we're just not going. That would be funny. It would be really funny. Big up, Daniel. Mourinho, with the right players, can win anything. Sadly, the players that fit his system are just not there anymore. Yeah, and I think football's moved on as well. Nathan, as well, from when he was successful with Chelsea. I think football has evolved into a more of a push and run attacking style, which is not his style. And he hasn't changed with it, to be fair, Mourinho. Morning says, Gio, Matthew, I'm not going to read that out because I don't think they do. Brian says, Ireland need clubs to have good youth players to come through the club. Yeah, they do. They really do. They really do, Brian. I agree with you 100% on that. Look, I think, I've always said that money needs to be put into the Irish game for it to succeed, for us to get the benefits out of it. Look, you always find that, yourself, Brian, that money will go firstly to GAA, to hurling and GAA football. Then it will go to rugby, and then soccer's the last. And if you go around this country, you look at the GEA pitches, the training facilities, the clubhouses, all top notch, all the best of the best. And you look at a soccer training facility and clubhouse, I mean, you'd be clearing dog mess out off it to train on it. The facilities, I feel, are not up to the standard, and this is where I think the likes of UEFA and FIFA need to come in and start giving these countries like Ireland and maybe Wales as well, or Scotland, start investing in their leagues. And maybe UEFA should do something and try to help these smaller leagues come up, that they are competitive when it comes to major tournaments. Because Ireland in a major tournament is a far better tournament without Ireland in it. A, because of the fans. We don't go there to cause trouble or start fights. We go there to have a drink, have a sing-song, enjoy ourselves, watch our team, support our team, and have a laugh. We don't go there to start problems or start fights or start fights with other teams. And I think, I'm not saying all countries are like that. And I think it's got a lot better over the years now. I think that part of football has sort of gone away in international football. It's not as front and center as it used to be. But I do feel that the likes of these lesser nations, that maybe the leagues are not to the standard of the Premier League or Serie A or La Liga. I think UEFA and FIFA need to come in and help these, like the FAI, the FAI to help them invest, but they don't get the big investments. And say, okay, we're now going to help you with some facilities. We're now going to put the right people in charge to help you get your better league. And I feel if the League of Ireland was better, we had a better youth setup and a better youth system that goes from early age to professional football, and if our league was better, I think we would see a better Irish national side. And we went through a generation of having the best players that were Irish. And we're now going through a situation and an era now where we're not finding these good players anymore. So we have to see. We have to see what happens. But look, I do feel FIFA and UEFA do have a role to play in this to help us, and I really do. And I feel if we can get our youth system better here in Ireland, I feel that would benefit the national side. But need a manager that can bring these youth players onto the next level. Stephen Kenny was never going to bring them to any level at all, because we need a manager that has managerial experience at the top level. I know that is money we don't have, but we need that to bring us. I could think of a few words for Dermo, but and delusional isn't the top of the list. LOL. Very funny. England has the right players to win the Euros, but they end up selecting wrong players in 11. Yeah, and also, I if I'm right to say, maybe Carl and a few other England fans, in the fact can let me know, maybe Gareth Southgate's in-game tactics, in-game management probably isn't the best either. And maybe that his way of managing important bits of the game, where maybe a substitution or maybe a slight tweak of the tactics can change the game for you. And I feel this is where he's let him down. I really do. We've got, what else we've got here? We've got them talking to each other. We've got Carl Simpson. Not all English people do. I love the Irish. They're great to drink. Well, Carl, I look forward to seeing you when I go over to Tottenham. Matthew, most of my friends live in Ireland, so I will shift to Ireland too after a few years. Things in India is getting weird nowadays. Well, when you come over, Matthew, let me know and we'll meet up. You, me, and Dave. And Philip will all meet you. We can buy the superstars because we have the money, but Levy won't do. We have to wait and see what happens, Matthew. We have to wait and see. Daniel, we don't hate the Irish. I know. I don't think Matthew should have put that comment in, because I know. Look, I know they don't. I know there's a few people do, but the majority don't. And the majority, we all do get on. I don't hate the Irish. We just know we will get the ultimate banter taken out of us if they won it before us. Yeah. It's like if you ever won the Euros before us, like we'll never hear the end of it for the next 60. I mean, we're going on 66 now for about, 50 years? Yeah, we all know you won a World Cup. Yeah, just you need to back it up now. Maybe 50 years too late. But big up, Daniel. You know I'm joking. Cannot wait to see the Bill Nick statue outside our home. Yeah, we need one of Danny Blanchflower. We need one of Jimmy Greaves and one of Glenn Hoddle as well. Big up, Nick. Thank you so much for the super chat. Really means a hell of a lot. Thank you so much. Carl Simpson, if Ireland win before England, I will be my perfecting my Irish accent so I can hide in plain sight. Big up, Carl. Matthew. Evan Ferguson will carry you, I'm telling you. We need players to play with him. That is the thing. We really do. Matthew, we really do. Scotland winning it for England would be a lot worse, though. Or if Scotland won a major tournament for England, you wouldn't hear the end of it for the next 50 years. I'm telling you. Brian, Ireland's like Scotland used to have great young players. Now you don't see much. No, you don't. And that's the thing. And this is where investment comes in, Brian. I don't know if you agree with me that this is where I do strongly believe FIFA and UEFA have a role to play in this. That they know the bigger leagues, the bigger nations can look after themselves, but the smaller nations may need a bit of a helping hand. And you and me both know the FAI are not great at keeping money, are not great at getting the right people in to do the job. You look at John Delaney. I mean, look at him. He spent €50,000 on a James Bond themed party. Seriously. And we're struggling. And he decides, I'll tell you what, I'm going to throw 50 grand on a James Bond themed party. Idiot. Daniel Zito, good evening, Dermot. Not you, Brian, but John Delaney. I'm Daniel Zito. Good evening, Dermot. Why am I hearing some Spurs fans talk about playing VDB left back or Dragonson right back? But before Dragonson, we were all worried about Lacadepson. It's weird. I haven't actually heard of that, Daniel. That's the first time I've heard of that, to be fair. But look, I think VDV can play. Thanks, Carl. I cannot read that out. I think VDV will play. I think he can play left back, and I think Dragonson right back. I think they can play them positions as well, Daniela, for what I know. But I will look into that and let you know later. Carl Simpson, I still remember the time of Wales getting to the semi-final. Don't do it, Gareth. I know. Question: is Brian Johnson good enough for Tottenham Spur or get a better right back? I think Johnson will be good enough for Tottenham. I think he will be. I think he will take Spurs. I think he will settle in. I think it's a lot. It's a big move. €50 million to a big club is big for a young lad. So I think give him this season, settle in, and then he will get there. He really will. Big up, Andy, as well. I hope you're doing well, sir. And thank you for coming in. A great question as well. Be real. Irish fans were wearing Italian shirts like the Scottish for the Euro final 2 years ago between England. Yeah, I was. Yeah. I was having a full Italian meal that night. Spaghetti bolognese. I was having garlic bread and I had a bit of Italian pizza going in the oven. I kept speaking Italian to my missus. She was looking at me like I was loony, thinking you totally lost the plot. I was going, Mamma Mia, and all this. So, yeah, I was. And I'm not ashamed to say it either. I was an Italian fan that night. No disrespect, Daniel. Daniel, we brought a centre back in to be a centre back, not a left back or a right back. Just proves our depth. A left and right back is barely average. If Destiny or Porro get hurt, please no, then we're done. I think the days, Daniel, of a centre back just being the centre back are long gone. I think if you're a defender now, you've got to be a defender that can play in other positions, I think, along that back line. But look, we've got Emerson as well. He can come in for Porro. He can also come in for Destiny as well. So look, I think we're all right in that department. We may need one or two more. We need another centre back, Daniela. I agree with you, but I think we're not as bad as we've been hearing. Carl Simpson, B. Johnson has been treated awfully by some fans. He has never bought in to be first choice all the time. The injury crisis didn't help. Give him time, he will come good. I'm getting his name on the back of my shirt. That's how much I like Brennan Johnson. I'm getting him on the back of my shirt, Carl. There you go. Wales is a small nation, but they still play Euros consistently than Ireland. Thanks, Matthew. I'm really, you've come in here, right? And you've bigged Ireland up. You've took us to the top of the mountain. And then you've just chopped the mountain down from beneath our feet. And we're now down back at the bottom again. Oh, I don't know. You build us up and you chop us down. Yeah, there have been, to be fair. Anyway, Daniel Zito, we only got 3 good centre backs. Why on earth would anyone put them at fullback? Doesn't make sense. Before Dragoson, we were all crapping ourselves. Like yeah, I get what you're saying, Daniela. I do understand what you're saying, but I think centre backs now do have the quality to play in other positions. But we do have Emerson. I think we are after a left back as well to cover for Destiny. But look, we are going to be okay. Don't worry. We're going to be fine. We will be fine, believe me. Gareth Southgate's like all England managers, said he would pick a reputation, but not on reputation but form, but it never happens yet. That's true. Martin says, my first girlfriend was Irish. There'll always be a special part of my world. I'll big up Martin. Very kind of you to say. Dermot, you're spot on. Southgate in-game management sucks. The Croatia game 2018, the Italian game was a carbon copy of each other. Southgate's in-game management cost us both games. That's the thing. I mean, Italy were there for the taking, as it hurts me to say that. Italy were there for the taking. And it wasn't a case of players letting you down. And you couldn't blame Saka or the other player who missed the penalties. It's just that's the lottery of penalties. I just feel he's in-game management. And every time that I watch England in a major tournament, it's like he gets to a certain point and then he runs out of ideas. And then he reverts back to what he's done before because, that will work. But it doesn't work. And I think he's fallen into the trap I think other England managers have fallen into. That, as Carl says, you're now picking on reputation instead of picking on form. And I think you need like a Mourinho wouldn't pick on reputations. He would pick on form. But anyway, big up Daniel. And thank you so much. It's very nice of you to say that. Matthew, mind you, the hate we palpables with the Six Nations was on in Bayern Munich. The Irish were very, very in our faces, but still good. Still had good Irish friends. Yet Six Nations is, of course, is back on this channel again. Of course, we will show you that Ireland will become Six Nations champions once again, and England will win nothing. Daniel Cito, Dermot, what's your thoughts on what's happening at Reading with their owners and protesters asking? As you know, I have a soft spot for Orient. They're in the same league. Look, what's happening, I think, at Reading is absolutely disgusting. I think if an owner has no intention of putting money into a club, then he needs to get out. I watched a documentary the other night on Luton when Luton's owners go in there and the people are not being paid. And people seem to forget these footballers are on big money, but the people working within the club are not. They're working on a weekly wage or a monthly wage to pay their mortgage and their bills. So if they don't get paid, they can't go to their mortgage provider and say, I'm sorry, Mr. Banker, I can't pay you this month. I'll pay double next month. You can't do that. And I think what's happening at Reading is shocking. I think either the EFL have to come in and do something if they can legally do something. I don't know if it's within their remit to do anything at Reading apart from deducting points. Look, I'm very sad it's happening because Reading were in the Premier League and they were a very good side to watch in the Championship years ago. I'm very sad that it's gone down the way it's gone down, but these owners, these rules, the fit and proper rules for owners owning clubs is now got to a point where they let anyone take any club over. And this is where the EFL or the Premier League or the FA have to come in and really do their due diligence on new owners coming in. But look, it's shocking. And let me know how your club is run, Daniela. What you think of Leyton Orient? I think what's his name? Oh, who's your owner? Matchroom. I forget his name now. His father owns it. But let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. I am not reading that out, Carl. I would just say he loved galore. That's all I'm going to say. Unless you like Goldfinger. then that's another law. Johnson is a player for the future, just like Velez. And yeah, absolutely, Neil. Big up, Neil. Let's all hope Chelsea lose tonight. Second leg, Carabao Cup, 1-0 down there. Yeah, I do. I don't eat Italian food for a while after that. I bet you didn't, Daniel. And then we've got, he's even wore his Mario outfit. Yeah, that's true. We've got Ricky Villa TV. Big up Ricky Villa TV. Afternoon, Dermot. Hope you're well. Up the Borough for tonight. Absolutely up the Borough for tonight. Absolutely. Manchester United, banter club, he says, laughing. Okay. That's all I'm going to say in that. If England wore Italian shirts and that pastoral night as an effort to Ireland in the final with them, would you think that was a tad bit weird and over the top? No, it's banter, isn't it? It's all banter. That's all it is. It's all good, Daniela. We will get there. We will. Carl's right. And Man United banter club. Yeah. Who's hiding who in the league? That's all I'm going to say. Bless you. I know you got your problems. You got Ten Hag and you got the Glazers. Just worried about your own little Manchester club, right? You're in the shadow of the big blue club, but just worry about your club. We're doing quite fine, and we're going to win something this season. Man United are going to win F4. Chilean should be sent off for that Saka head. He should have been, to be fair, but again, VAR doing what it does best, fucking the game over. Carl Simpson, Man United saying we're a banter club. Pot or kettle black there. I know. That's so true. We've got Mr. EE. Evening, Dermot. Evening, Mr. EE. Hope you're doing well, sir. Dermot, you can handle solo. The force is with you. I can tell. Yeah, the force is within me. And then it left me. And then it came back again. And now it's left me again. And it's come back again. Yeah. Big up, EE. Thank you very much. Very kind of you to say that. Thank you so much. I just got what you got now. Han Solo. Oh, very funny. I just copped on now. Very funny. Yeah. Very funny. That's a good one. I like that. Nigel Travers is the late owner. We signed a winger called Ollie O'Neill from Fulham today for an undisclosed fee. Woohoo. Big up Ollie O'Neill. England are underachievers. Doesn't help when we seem to always shift by officials in every measure. Yeah, that's so true. Jazz Fusion, big up Jazz, hope you're doing well. Why there is content creators are openly tweaking for Ange like it's inevitable. Yeah, I know. You won't get it here. And then Carl says, I am tweaking for Ange. Yeah, we all know you're a bit disturbed, Carl. Okay, you're a bit disturbed and you're a little bit, I think you need to go and see somebody. Men in white coats are on their way round to you. Yeah, honestly, they are. We've got Rashkish. I'm going to call you R. Sorry, because I don't want to disrespect and ruin your name. You always give your honest opinion. Well done, mate. Well, thank you very much. That's very kind of you. And where are you from? Where are you watching us from? Daniel Zito, since the manager Richie Wellens has come into the club, he's done very well, in my opinion. He's took us from League 2 to League 1. We hadn't been in League 1 for a while. I hope Leyton Orient do well, actually. I quite like them as a football club, and they run well, and I've always had a soft spot for them, so even as a kid. Jazz Fusion, I'm eating lunch, Carl. There you go, Jazz. There you go, Carl. He's eating his lunch. If we stop being so woke, we would do much better with England. Yeah, but let's face it, they're only a little nation, aren't they, England? They don't really win anything, and to be honest, we're going to batter them in the rugby. I don't seem to... yeah, there you go. It's just my honest opinion. I think we're going to smash them in the rugby. I didn't send a picture message. If you're dodgy imagination, that's on you. Look, I'm just getting a bit worried about you, Carl. Have you taken your tablets today? I wonder, have you taken your special tablet? My name is Rakesh. Thank you so much. I didn't want to ruin your name, sir. I read it. And I'm from India. Well, big up from India. Which part of India are you watching us from? We've got Matthews from India as well. Nithan's from India. Got a little bit of an India little fan club here coming from THF Till I Die from India. So let us know from India where you are. We know Philip's very popular in India. He's the sex symbol of the Tom Jones Indian fan club, apparently. Danielle Zito, this is our first season in League One. I currently are into ninth. Just proves that Richie Wellens is a very good manager. Look, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm glad you're doing well. And it's great to see little clubs like Leyton Orient doing so well. Martin, but England finished ahead of Ireland in the World Cup. Would you please stop with that? Look, we had enough time. We had enough moment against New Zealand. We should have won. Just look, when it comes to the Six Nations, we're going over to Twickenham. We're going to beat them. We've got Henry Kingle and Jout. Why? That's the question. Why? Why would you want Anne Jout? That is the most ridiculous comment I've heard all day. Anne Jout, why? Seriously. And if you do want Anne Jout, who do you want in? No point saying Anne Jout for the sake of Anne Jout. Who do you want in? And Ange ain't going nowhere, so you have to get used to him. Like your logo picture, by the way. King Kong Company. Like that. Looks a little bit like Daniel Levy when he's going into a meeting with Ange Postecoglou looking for more money. Maybe he is. Maybe he isn't. The reason Wellens didn't do so well at Salford, etc., is because there was nothing coming into the club player-wise. He wasn't backed, but Orient, he's been back. Yeah, absolutely. We've got Carl Simpson. Should seen the picture of Dermot sent to me dressed as Princess Peach on the go-kart. I know. I'm taking that to Tottenham with me, Carl. You're going to dress up as Donkey Kong. I've seen your picture as Donkey Kong. You look very good in your Donkey Kong outfit. There's a great relationship between Wellers and players and owners. This is why we do this. And this is what's happening at Tottenham. Everyone seems connected in the right area for me. And this is why we're moving forward. Wanted him at United. Jazz Fusion says, we've got Martin. If Ireland lose to England, will you agree to eat your hat live on stream? No. I'll eat something on stream, but not my hat, because straw hat just wouldn't taste nice. Daniel Zeta, Orient haven't conceded a goal in last 5 games. We're also undefeated. Good form. Very good form. Because I'm an Arsenal fan, Rooney in. Well, you've got your problems, I suppose. I know you're not doing so well at the moment. You're out of the FA Cup. You're probably going to bottle the league again. So you want to come into a chat where you feel that you wanted, that you feel that you needed, you feel that you're part of something. You're not part of a lot of Arsenal, apart from sitting saying nothing. But anyway, fair play for you coming in. Thank you. Hey, Jealousy, says Jazz Fusion, probably to Henry. Big up Jealousy. Danny Azita, hopefully Northampton don't win tonight. If they do, they go above Orient. We drop to 10. We'll let you know of that as well. Carl says, got to go. See you all later. We got Martin, so would consider England winning then? No. England will not beat Ireland in rugby. It took you 33 years to beat us in soccer. And you think now you can come over. You think you can come over and beat us at rugby. No, ain't going to happen. Sorry, ain't going to happen. And the last comment of the stream, we've got Kate, just to go live Spurs. Evening, Dermot. Hope you're doing well. Well, listen, Kate, hope you're doing well. Everyone get over the Kate show tonight. She's doing her Today is to Do. Is it, Kate? Is that what it's called? At, I think, 8:30 on Kate, Just to Go Love Spurs, and also Between Spurs, Between the Lines as well. So everyone get over there and just give her a little like and the subscription as well. And she's on her march to 1K. So please, everyone get over there. So big up, Kate, as well. Hope you're doing well. It's called Today. Today is today. Oh, debate. Okay, sorry. All right, there you go. It's on 8 p.m. Well, look, we're on later with the watch along. Of course, we're going to see if Chelsea can fall out the League Cup and Pochettino can get sacked. But also after that, jump into us, jump into Kate, jump into us, jump into Kate's channel, and like and subscribe to both. It's actually called Today is to Debate, so it's not called Today is to Debate. That would be just a. I thought it'd be a good name for a show for you, Kate. Today is to Debate. There you go. Get 2 single people on. Get them to, first date to debate something. We've got a master beta. Whatever you want, Neil. Whatever floats your boat, Neil. Jim, just a guy who loves Spurs. Big up, Jim. Hi, Derm. Just got back from physio. Thought I would pop in and give you a like and say hello. Big up, Jim. Jim, I have to give me a message on WhatsApp. I want to get hold of you, sir. I want to get you onto a pre-record before Friday's final. Maybe I'm doing it Thursday. I can't remember when I'm doing it. We're doing the 10 best managers, Jim. And what I want you to do, if you can do it for me, is pick your 10 best, and Carl as well, and people in the chat, send over your 10 best managers from 1960 to present day. They've got to be in order from 10 to 1. So let us know, Jim, if you can send us that over as well. And you as well, Kate, send us that over, and we'll bring it up on Thursday evening when we do our 10 of the best show. Me and Philip are picking our 10 best managers, put them into a list on Thursday. Philip's picked 5. I'm going to pick my 5. Philip picked the easiest ones. It's left me now struggling who else to pick, but I know who I'm picking. And I'd love to know what Kate's and no, all managers, Kate, does have, because Spurs managers can be included as well. But it's all managers, so you can go like, I don't know, Alex Ferguson, Bill Shankly. Probably go back, if you want to go back to the 30s, like Herbert Chapman or people like that, you can do. Me and Philip are not, but if you think there was a manager back in the day that really sprung, like there was a Wolves manager that won 3 league titles in a row with Wolves back in the 50s or 40s. I can't remember. It really was. So let me know, and then we'll put them on the PDFs, and we'll get them on when me and Philip gives ours. I'll go through your guys as well. Me and Philip discuss them. And Jim, if you want to join us, let me know. If you want to join me and Philip for this show, you're more than welcome, sir. You're more than welcome. He says, okay, we'll do that. Brilliant. Big up, Kate, as well. Thank you very much. And then luckily we ain't the manager. I trust Ange regardless. Exactly. I trust Ange fully as well. We will do it for managers in my lifetime. That is fine, Jim. That is no problem. Let me know if you want to join me as well. But that is all from DERMOTRON today. Thank you so much. I'll tell you what I didn't do before I finish off, guys. I didn't go through the rest of the news. It was bad of me. Also, this bit of news coming in. Tottenham Hotspur are trying to keep interest alive in regards to the OGC Nice centre-back, Jean-Claire Taubu. So we'll let you know any more hears on that. Now, this bit made me laugh. I will be discussing this with Philip tonight. Now, Marco Nebepe leaves FC Bayern Munich with immediate effect. This is just fucking hilarious, right? With immediate effect. Decision has been made as director will part ways with the club after 10 years. He was key to help on deals the likes of Kane, Kim Min-jae, De Ligt, but also scouting process for Davis, Masula, and more talents. Is there a coincidence that he's bought Eric Dyer, looking to book Kieran Trippier, and he's now got the sack after Lothar Matthäus yesterday criticised Bayern Munich for the players to buy? Now, is there a link? Is there a connection? Or is this just purely random? I think there's a connection there. So yeah, we also got Dan Gore, Al Gore's brother, has completed his move from Manchester United to Port Vale, and of course the Calvin Phillips to West Ham is a loan deal. It's done. $6 million they've paid on a loan deal for 6 months. Absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, Al Gore very happy that his brother Dan has now gone to Port Vale, and he can continue thinking he would have won the 2000 US elections, and he got brided out of it. But that's a go. Anyway, guys, couldn't happen to a nicer club. Nope, couldn't happen. DJ, I agree with you. But I will get Philip's word on that tonight. That's going to be funny. Stream tonight? Question mark. Not scheduled on the channel. It will be after I get off here. Be put straight up. I just was too tired to do it last night. Mr. E, I am English, not Scotland fan though. In that order, I am English, but my father is Scottish. Mum is English. My mum's from Northern Ireland. My adopted mum's from Northern Ireland. My adopted dad's from Mayo, the west of Ireland. My birth mother is who's home now from hospital. So, ma'am, if you're watching, nice to have you home. She's from Wicklow, and my birth father is from West Cork, where everyone Cork thinks that they should be an independent country. I mean, quite happily to give Cork their own country. They can just separate from us. It's quite all right. I've got no problem with that. But I don't know why Cork people think they should be the capital. Dublin's the capital. I don't know. I'll have to go and talk to a few Cork people and interview them, ask them should they be an independent county. Anyway, well, me and Philip have joined counties. We're now not called Wexford and Leitrim anymore. We're called Wexstrom. So there you go. It can happen. Listen, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I cannot believe, right, 40 of you, up to 60 at one stage was watching DERMOTRON doing this, talking absolute shite. I'm totally bamboozled. 37 likes as well. And look, I'm so grateful. I'm not, I believe it or not, I am so dumb. Every time I get off the stream, I am so dumbstruck. But people do come in and listen to me. So thank you. It means a hell of a lot to me. It really does. Also, I want to thank a couple of people as well. I want to thank Nathan as well for the both super chats as well. Thank you so much. And I will show it. I'm sorry. Neil, I know this is all banter. It's shite being Scottish, naked also. On that bombshell, we'll leave it there. We are back tonight at 7:45 for Middlesbrough versus Tottenham. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support. It really does. Let's get to 2K before February. Come on, guys. We can do it. I can see it. It's untouchable. I can put my hand out and me and Philip can touch 2K. So let's get there. Thank you so much indeed for watching. God bless you all. Come on, you Spurs. And Big Ange, we trust.